from America's heartland, this is GJRB, Clinton, Iowa. The following is a GJRB podcast presentation. You heard the Gary Russen program all week. Now catch what you missed from live broadcast and from the podcast, plus memories of past shows. This is the Weekend Roundup. This is the best of the Gary Russen program on GJRB Online. And hello everyone, hello everywhere across the United States and around the world. Welcome to the best of the Gary Russen program on GJRB. This is the program where we go back and remember some past clips of the Gary Russen program. We go back and we remember some things from previous shows and bring them to you here on GJRB. This is what it's about. We go back and remember some stuff. And of course, this is our regular retro show. And a lot of the stuff that we do on this program are look back at the past Gary Russen programs and talk about what we got coming up in the future for this program. But for right now, though, we're going to remember some of the stuff from last year, and we're in the tail end of our year-end review. When we started this on the Gary Russen program back on January 9th. So this is our second installment in our series on the year-end review of 2014. And I got to remember some things. We're going to go back to last summer as we pick up in August and bring you the memories from the rioting in Ferguson and the battle there. We'll talk about that. That was the whole bit past summer. Also, that one and only response that I got on this show ever from a guy named Adrian Domain. And he asked me that question about what the results, he or she, or whatever. I don't know if that was a he or she, but because Adrian can be a man or woman. So I don't know which one that was. But anyhow, I remember it was one of the great moments, and I decided, this person should realize that they made my day when they did that. Because that was the only response I ever got. But not only that, it was kind of a highlight because I thought, well, maybe we're finally getting somewhere with this program. But I thought, well, we're going to go back and we're going to remember some more, and we're going to talk about what we're going to do with this program in 2015. And I'll be talking about that throughout the afternoon here on GJRB. Remember, this is our weekend podcast. This is going to be uploaded on Saturday. And, of course, if you're listening on Saturday, it has been uploaded. You're listening to it. I'm recording this on Monday. I was supposed to record this like last week, but things just started to get a little bit crazy around here. My wife has had some issues with her toe. A lot of you people who are listening on internet, on Facebook, and who are friends of mine on Facebook, you might have seen it. Looks not good. And she went to the toe doctor today, which was Monday when I'm recording this, and the infection went to the bone. And so prayers, please, on that. And then we'll continue that biggest prayer chain on GJRB ever for that, because that is, it's bad. And we'll talk about that and remembering some of the stuff from this year. That's what we're doing. The best of the Gary Russen program here on GJRB. And got a lot of really good stuff. Before we get started, I've been working on my schedule last night too. Got a really good schedule written up and got some new programs and some stuff. And I've been using the schedule that wasn't going to use in the first place. I had revised it, but my springtime schedule, we're going to the odd even rotation in March. odd even, actually April and May. April and May, we're going to do the odd even rotation, and we're going to add some stuff like Gary J's sports page, and we're going to tweak it a little bit, and then we're going to put it up again. So you'll have a chance to listen. Now, my sports page was originally going to air tomorrow, but I pushed it up a week because I got a lot of things to do this week in production. So I thought best to just postpone it until for about a week. Not only that, it's because my wife was in the hospital at the time, and I didn't know when I was going to return. We had a long stay, and that would have kind of preempted anything for a little bit. But we are back, so I'm going to reinstall the sports page on Monday the 27th. You'll hear the promos here during this program, so you'll hear the new sports page. It's going to be on, and it'll be on next week. Okay, that's a week from where I'm recording. I'm recording this on Monday, January 19th. So you're listening to this on Saturday, January 24th, I believe. Okay, yep. Saturday, you'll be listening to this. When you're listening, if you're listening to this podcast right now, it'll be Saturday, January 24th. So, just to let you know how that is, it's just how we're doing things here, and just so that you know that, okay. And let's see. I have other stuff I want to be talking about throughout this review show. So stay tuned. We're going to have a great program and great memories. And remember, this show is consistently a review program. That's what the best of the Gary Russen program is. That's what we do here. It's just consistent review on the weekends, the very best. Now, what I do is I take the 6 months from the time we restart the Gary Russen program. That was yesterday. If you're listening to the podcast now, the Gary Russen program aired Friday, and that was the 23rd. So now 6 months from the 23rd would be July 23rd, in and around about midsummer. From that to July, we're going to be basically doing a cycle. Now, from this point on, what we're doing now, the best of the Gary Russen program, we're still 6 months somewhat behind. So what we do is once we get to July 23rd, we start playing back all the cuts and all the memories from January to July. Right now we're doing January back to last summer, okay, which means August. So we didn't have that much in July in memories, so August. From August to our last show on December 19th. Those are the ones we're going to be remembering most. Those are the clips we're going to play from, and also including the current show. So yesterday's Gary Russen program, on the next best of Gary Russen program, we'll take that show, all those shows, we'll continue playing stuff from August through December, any clips, and then we add on the most current show, which would be anything from yesterday's Gary Russen program show to the next Gary Russen program after that, and so on and so forth, whatever the next Gary Russen program is from there. Now, I don't have my calendars with me, or do I? Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here. I was working on all that last night, and of course, I got this new logbook I got from the secondhand store. Real nice logbook. And I keep all my books and notebooks in it, but some things fall out because I leave the rings open, So when I get done with my show, I end up picking up a lot of papers because the ring was left open. But let's see here. I am looking at. Okay. Okay, let's see. We're looking at January. Now, the only Gary Russen program at this point is going to be Friday. It was yesterday or Friday. You listen to the podcast. Friday, because I'm recording it today, not to get you confused, but this is going to be uploaded Saturday. But if you're listening to this right now, it would be yesterday. Okay, let's put it that way. Anyway, the following Friday, the one on the 30th, we're going to do our smooth jazz. But let's see. So tune in 30. We got smooth jazz coming up on the 30th, and I'll talk about that throughout the show. But the show that I'm talking about here now, the next Gary Russen program after that probably won't be heard until, let's see here, February. Let's see what I have it marked here. February. That's Gary J. Sports page. Next Gary Russen program after that, according to this, won't be till February 17th, Tuesday afternoon. And that'll be that show, plus the show after that, plus the show after that. And those will be current ones, plus the ones we're playing. So we end the Best of the Gary Russen program show podcast with the most current clip from a Gary Russen program. Okay? And this way, you kind of get an idea exactly how we do this stuff. Now, I'm looking at the program schedule coming up for this week. If you're listening, and I'll talk about it later once again. But coming up this week, if you're listening to this podcast today, you heard the last 7 days podcast, and this one was downloaded today. I got to download those yet. The last 7 days are church services from last Sunday, which was the 18th. Has to be uploaded yet. Gary J. Sports page on Tuesday. I'm looking forward to that. I've got a lot planned for this show. I'm going to even have a guest segment. But I'm going to have to get another microphone. Or right now I'll have to share the microphone, my big one, with my guest until I get a microphone separate so that I can share the mic. Because we don't have to have two separate mics. But for right now, we're just going to share one microphone, which I don't even need the headphones on that day. It'll be our good friend Joe Stoddard will join us. I won't wear a mic I won't hear headphones at all. That'll just make sure that the promos play and you can hear it through the speaker, which then this way we won't have any amplification feedback at all. But anyway, that's what we're doing. And then the following Friday, which will be the 30th, will be our Smooth Jazz, Smooth Afternoon. Right here on GJRB. That'll be the show, which will be the makeup show from last Friday, which got canceled. Okay, that would be Friday the 16th. Okay, and I'm making that up. That's a makeup date, of course. Like I said before, since we had to cancel that program. The 16th, that Smooth Jazz had been pushed up to January 30th, live, starting at noon Central, and then the following Friday, February 6th, we'll have yet another Smooth Afternoon. That's going to happen twice. We're going to do that again about the late May, early June. We're going to do right around the end of our season, we're going to have another double jazz. But that'll be coming up in late spring, early summer. As soon as May goes into June. And we're going to have that. And I'll let you know.